And Coach Leaman, we'll ask you to make an opening statement, but introduce your.
Oh, this is my son Ty. He started hockey this year. So, well, my first opening statement has to be my opening statement that was Thursday. First of all, we got to thank Brown University for hosting, because without them hosting this regional, and Jim Bennett hosting this regional, I think that we probably wouldn't have been playing here. We could have been playing at any other place, and so it's funny how sometimes your crosstown rival can be your best friend. So, I'd like to thank them and thank Jim Bennett for bringing the regional here, because this is a special hockey state. I mean, hockey's big in this state, and we were happy to come through when we got the opportunity to play in front of our fans. I thought they had a lot more jump than us early in the game. I thought we struggled finding our legs, just like we did last year in the first period, and it's tough on that quick turnaround. But Johnny held us in, and I thought Johnny really got us through that first period. I think we probably didn't get our first chance on goal till about 12 minutes into that first period, and then as the game went on, our second period we got some good shifts, and we were able to start feeling better about ourselves on the bench. And then obviously getting the first goal, Noli coming up with that first goal, and that helped us. That helped get us going. They came back. They got a goal, and we were able to respond. It's funny. Our power play struggled at times this year, and our power play won us a game tonight. But the other big point is, I knew Johnny had to be our best player, and he was our best player. And I told him that this morning and put a little pressure on him, which probably isn't fair to do that to him. But I just knew that if we were gonna win this game, I thought Johnny had to be our best player, and I thought he got us through those times until we got our legs underneath us.
Okay, thank you.
Last point there, we were able to hit the empty nets. So that was a lot. That was. It was funny that we hit the first empty net and the guys are celebrating on the bench. I'm like, no. There's a lot of game left here, boys. Remember last night. So, fortunately, we were able to do that and enjoy it a little bit.
Questions, please. We'll start right here.
Dashmina Shah, College Hockey News. So I know you called a timeout right before the game-winning goal. What was the message that you gave the team during that timeout?
I just thought we had to relax. I mean, we were pressing a little bit in these big moments. You just got to remember to relax and execute. We got good players. We trust our good players to go out and make those plays. And that was the only message: relax and execute. I mean, and I thought the big thing was we won some face-offs. They were killing us in the face-off circle for the first two periods, and we were able to win some face-offs. We won that face-off, and that helped us execute.
Okay, questions? Jim, you had a question?
Well, in the same vein, that's what I was going to ask you, Nate. I mean, clearly you felt there was a need for it. Arguably, is that as important and as timely timeout as you've ever called?
I don't know. I before we got the power play, I went down to Steve and I asked him. I said, "What do you want to use the timeout during this? Because when you have 5-minute power play like that and you're really only running two groups, they can get pretty tired. If you don't score, I think your opponent gets some momentum off that because your top guys are tired." So I asked him that, and then they got the 2-on-1 that they hit the post, and I thought we were rattled a little bit. So I thought we had to kind of just calm down and execute. And we got some older players that have been through these situations before, so I think that helped us.
More questions? Mark.
Mark Diver from the Providence Journal. Nate, you talked last night about you weren't happy with the power play last night, and that you were going to talk to the team about it. What kinds of things did you emphasize before the game?
We just had a regular kind of 3-4 minute meeting on our power play. Just what our looks for. I thought our first power play was our best power play of the weekend, ironically. I mean, I thought the first power play tonight, and we didn't score on that power play, but the 2 or 3 things that we really wanted to execute, we executed well, and I think Ross got a chance. And I think that built some confidence on the power play.
Okay, question over here.
Connor Mellis, NHL.com. Jake Wallman had 3 assists tonight. What would you say his greatest strengths are as a player?
Well, he's a transition defenseman. He's got a terrific stick. His first step can really can blow by just about anybody. So I would say those. And he's always got his head up. I thought he was going to win it there, and their guy made a great block on it on the power play. But he can make plays.
Question right over here.
Coach, how important do you think the speed of some of your forwards were in limiting, their defensemen's ability to jump into the offense tonight?
Well, that was the only point. There were 2 points we hammered home about them, is that discipline, keep that power play off the ice, and we got to be aware of their D. And I don't think early in the game we did a really good job of that. I think Lelegia had a couple good looks, but I think the big thing is we were coming out and we were stopping in front of them, and we were letting them touch the puck, and we just wanted. The only thing we talked about between periods is just going through them, So just keep going through them, and I think on the power play, I thought we did a decent job of eliminating them.
Okay, we have Michael in the back.
Thank you, Coach Michael Vega, Boston Globe. You kind of alluded to the rationale behind the timeout, the timely timeout, but at what point did you sense that the team was pressing as the time was dwindling, and did you feel like it would have been a game-changing thing for your team not to come away with, something in that opportunity?
Well, I think the momentum would have swung for sure, because I thought they had the momentum the first 5 minutes of that period. They made a pretty good push there, again, I just tried to call the timeout to relax them, but they got that 2-on-1 and we were rattled. They hit the post, so we caught a bounce there, and we hit a post off a face-off play there. So each team hit a post, but when you get to this point in the season, those little bounces, they can go for you, they can go against you, and we probably caught a break there when they hit the post, and just want to settle guys down.
We'll have one last question right here.
Nate, Kevin DuPont with the Boston Globe. If I've done my math right, you were 12 years old 30 years ago. We can't ask your players what they...
Come on.
We can't ask what the players were doing, but what were you doing 30 years ago? And then if you could kind of fit in historical perspective here, what it means.
I wasn't
to
playing
college.
hockey, I can tell you that. I didn't start playing hockey till I was 14 years old. So I didn't even know hockey. I didn't even know the game. And I was in Ohio in a place where hockey wasn't big at all, And you got to give Ohio State, you got to give Miami a lot of credit for building the hockey in the area there, along with the Columbus Blue Jackets. But 12 years old. I was probably playing with a green hatchet and water bottles. It's probably what I was doing, to be honest with you. It's a green hatchet. I don't know where he got it. I'm sorry. I haven't seen the family in 3 days. I've been sequestered at the Sheraton in Warwick there, so I wanted to see him there. So I appreciate everyone being patient there. But I hadn't even started playing hockey yet. So.
And for the school, what it means for
the support that we've gotten from the administration, from our president, Father Shanley, from our athletic director, Bob Driscoll, from our CFO, John Sweeney. From our trustees, getting the rink renovation done in 2 years. All these, you don't get to this level by a fluke. You get to it with a lot of support. And this isn't a coach getting there. It's not a team getting there. There's a lot of people behind the scenes that help you get there, and you just try to build that. That's all you're trying to do is build that and keep that going. And I think we probably have one of the best fundraisers in the country, and a guy named Steve Napolillo, and And he's a guy that, just has helped develop our program also. So all these little pieces, but the big thing is that, the school has supported the program, and that's why we're successful. Because our school and our trustees have supported our program. It's a great moment for our program, but the job's not done. Now we move on to Boston, and the job's not done. We'll find out who we're playing later tonight. And, these are the moments that we want our program. This is where we want our program. These are the moments we want our program in. And, the Friars won. The Friars won, everybody. So, yeah, but and I got to thank all the fans for coming out. I mean, the support we got from the city of Rhode Island, the support that we got from our students, that meant the world to us.
Okay, thank you.
I'll get you outside.